Hello everybody, and welcome to another Vintage Cube video. With Vintage Cube returning in a few days, I am excited to announce a group coaching program. I'll be going into depth in all the things that I've used to become trophy leader multiple times, drafting consistently, finding the open lane, everything like that. In addition to a lot of video content and worksheets and whatnot, you'll have one-on-one access to me and for the whole Vintage Cube season, so we can celebrate your trophies together, and I'll see your name at the top of the leaderboard. There will be limited space, so if you're interested, click the link in the description and sign up for the waitlist, and then you'll be notified first thing when it launches. This pack is pretty good. We have a Mox Jet, so cannot complain with that. Other than that, like Sulfuric Vortex, Stoneforge Mystic, Jace Vryn's Prodigy, Commit Memory are all decent. Maybe even Solemn Simulacrum, but we're definitely taking the Mox here. And now we have another good pack. There's a couple good blue cards for interaction. Glenn and Force of Will. Una's Prowler is good if we want to go in a Reanimator direction, which is good with Mox Jet. But I think we just want to take one of the Signets. And Dimir Signet is the best of them. Karakas is good too. But Dimir Signet is very, very good with Mox Jet. Sets us up well to make blue and black mana early. And playing a turn 1 Signet is very strong. Okay. I like seeing multiple blue cards here. Maybe blue will be open. We could take a Daze probably. Yeah, I think that's got to be the pickup here. No blue cards in this one. There's Rashadan Port, Arid Mesa, and Bone Shredder, I think are the main considerations. Bone Shredder's not a card I love taking this early. It is decent interaction, but it's sort of replaceable. It could, no, I kind of think we should take the Arid Mesa, even though we don't have, like, we're playing blue-black right now, but it just, like, leaves us open. It can be good in Grixis, it can be good in Esper, and, like, Bone Shredder is just not a card you really want to be fourth picking. Okay, Spellseeker is okay, it can find Daze, but I think I like taking the Duress here. There's also Blightsteel, which we could speculate on, since we do have some cheap artifacts. But I'd rather get the Tinker first and then the Blightsteel, so let's just take the Duress. Good, cheap interaction, can't complain with that. So, solid start. We have some good mana, we have some cheap interaction. Blue is looking a little bit cut, so we might end up having just having blue be a splash. But we'll see how the packs continue to develop. Probably the best thing we could get here would be like a Steam Vent or something that would make our Arid Mesa make good mana for us. No blue cards once again, so we might want to start moving out of that direction. Opposition Agent is fine. That is a late Green Sun Zenith too, but I think I'd rather just take the opposition here. We have Mox Jet, Duress, Dimir Signet. Like, we have reasonable pulls towards black. Yuck. All, like, red and white cards, basically. Okay, we might need to pivot here. Like, we could take Liliana's Triumph, but I kind of think we just take Selfless Spirit. We're not missing out on that much by passing the Triumph, and Selfless Spirit is, like, I mean, we'll see. But if we end up needing to play white, then Selfless Spirit is, like, a solid playable. I do think it is between those two. I think I like taking the Spirit here. There's just so many red and white cards in the pack. Like, that seems like it's the open lane, which is not a surprise. Mono white is the open lane somewhat frequently, but yeah, let's take the Selfless Spirit and see how open white looks. Ooh, well, now we get some good black cards. There's Creeping Tar Pit and Prismatic Vista for fixing, and Recurring Nightmare. I think we just go with the Recurring Nightmare. Getting a Recurring Nightmare this late is a really strong sign. Now we can take Shriekmaw. There's also Stoneforge Mystic and 5 red cards. But yeah, let's take the Shriekmaw. Very good with the Recurring Nightmare and just good in general. Whoa, Karakas Wield. That's very late Karakas. But there's also Una's Prowler. And given the late Recurring Nightmare, I think we do just move in towards Reanimator. Yeah, let's take that. Sorry, Karakas. Alright, another pack with all white cards. This is a weird draft. Like, every single pack has different colors. I think we just take the Spectral Procession just in case. Like, if we end up getting white cards in each of the next couple packs, then Spectral Procession could be good. I don't think we're missing out on much by passing the other stuff. We already passed Stoneforge Mystic, so sort of Feast and Famine is not that appealing. Okay, a couple good white cards and a Rashadan Port. Port is good, but given that we don't know our colors, I think we need to take the playable, so let's just take the Parallax Wave. We'll see. Like, blue and black are not that open, it looks like. We can take a sword here. But white's also not that open, so this is really all over the place. Maybe we just go mono white, though. We can take Armageddon here. We'll see. I mean, this is not a good pack 1 for a mono white deck, but it's certainly not a good pack 1 for a blue-black control deck or a Reanimator deck either. So, we'll see. Like, if we got Demonic Tutor or something, like a really good black card, I might try and move back towards black and just, like, accept we're not going to be getting late wheels, but it depends. If we get some really sweet white cards, then we can just take that and move in. Okay. Some interesting cards here. There's Exhume for Reanimator. Duretti is strong, but I think we just take the Jite. Jite is great if we're mono white, and it's also good if we are some sort of, like, black creature deck. Yeah, that seems like a great pickup because it's a good card in either archetype. Okay, Library of Alexandria, Gideon Blackblade. I don't think we really want Gonti. Library of Alexandria is a better card, but we're light on playables right now. And Gideon is very, very good. Yeah, I think we just take the Gideon here. Sorry, Library. We only have one creature, so Thalia is not looking too good in this deck right now, but we'll see where we end up. Okay, some decent mana fixing and Thraben Inspector. I think we just take the Inspector here. We need some 1-drops. Also, given that we already have Jite and Sword of Fire and Ice, just having creatures to carry our equipment is nice. I do really wish we had Stoneforge Mystic, though. This would be a great Stoneforge deck. I think we took Shriekmaw over Stoneforge. There's a Reanimate. Maybe we should just be playing Reanimator, but I think we'd take the Mox Diamond, given where we're at now. Yeah, we'll wheel a good white card from this pack. That seems like a pretty good pickup. Now Figure of Destiny. That's a great one. Another good 1-drop. There's also Mesmeric Fiend and Bitter Blossom if we're playing black, and Windswept Heath, but let's just take the Figure, I think. I really like having 1-drops in these sorts of decks. Ooh, Skyclave Apparition. That's a really good one. Also Necromancy, so we are seeing a lot of reanimation stuff. But we don't have, like, we're seeing the reanimation spells, but not really the enablers. Okay, yeah, there's, like, just a million white cards in this pack. This is the lane we're supposed to be in. Let's take the Adonto Vanguard here because it's cheap, and it's also a really, really good card. Some decks basically just lose to it. Hopefully we get the Elspeth Knight Errant on the wheel. Okay, that's a lot of red cards that are pretty good. Godless Shrine is decent, but I think I like taking Lyra here. It's not really a card I love to main deck, but it is it's a really good sideboard option in some matchups. Oh, actually, I guess we could just play... Yeah, maybe that's... We have Arid Mesa and Godless Shrine, so we could splash black for, like, Shriekmaw, Una's Prowler, Opposition Agent. That seems pretty good, actually. Now, I guess we could take Exhume. I don't really love Sun Titan, although maybe Exhume is not that good in this deck. Maybe we do just take Sun Titan for the board. Could be good if we're trying to go a little bit bigger in some matchups. And it could even be like a weird white aggro deck splashing for Recurring Nightmare, potentially. We'll see what we get. Okay, Revelork is a reasonable pickup. Ashen Rider, whoa, I guess... Alright, I'm not sure about that one, but it could be good. I mean, we do have a couple reanimation things. None of these cards are that good. I guess we'll take Iona in case we do end up with some sort of weird Reanimator sub-theme. Nice. Okay, some white cards coming around. Love to see it. I think we need to get our creature count up. Ooh, Mesmeric Fiend's actually a very good late pickup. Good interaction. Now I get an Elspeth. That's pretty good. And last pick, Baneslayer. Okay. So, black-white aggro, I guess. I think that actually seems like a decent place to be. We have good black fixing. Oh, Time Walk. I really want to be able to play that, but I don't know if we can. We could take Polluted Delta for more fixing. We could take Kaya, but that's not a card I'm thrilled about. There's Oust and Fatal Push for good interaction. But I kind of think we should just take the Polluted Delta here. Yeah, let's go with that. Una's Prowler is a 3-power evasive creature, so it's not bad with equipment, even though it's not commonly played in these sorts of archetypes. Okay, there's Honor of the Pure, Student of Warfare, and Woe Strider. I think we just take the Student. Yeah, we want to have 1-drops. That is pretty important, and we don't have that many yet. Okay, there's a Scrubland to help the mana. Then a couple decent black cards and a Brimaz, but I think we just take the Scrubland here. Hopefully Wheel, Kitesail, Freebooter. Ugh. Eidolon of Obstruction is pretty bad, but I think we still just take it to fill out our curve. Again, we only have 11 creatures. You really want to have a high creature count in decks like this. The best thing we could get here would be Dark Confidant, especially with Mox Diamond and Mox Jet to play it on turn 1. This deck looks pretty good, though. We don't have as many 1-drops as I would like, but we have 2 Moxen. We have a lot of disruptive creatures. Ooh, Dark Confidant. Yes, there's also Path, but I don't think we can pass the Bob here. That's just so perfect for this deck. Maybe we can wheel Anguish Unmaking. But yeah, Dark Confidant is just great here. I also wouldn't mind a Thoughtseize or more ways to attack their hand. Okay, there's Batterskull if we had the Stoneforge, but we passed it. Restoration Angel is not amazing in this deck. Benevolent Bodyguard is pretty underwhelming, though. Yeah, this is pretty close. It's good with Skyclave, Blade Splicer, Shriekmaw, Mesmeric Fiend. That's decent value, but I think I want to take the 1-drop. It's just such a bad 1-drop, but I still think it is probably the pickup here. Especially with, like, swords. Like, we can use it to push through damage. Yeah, we'll take the Bodyguard. Ooh, Strip Mine! Okay, that's great. Spirit of the Labyrinth would be great as well, but I think we got to take the Strip Mine here. Strip Mine is just so good, especially alongside Moxen to accelerate. Ooh, alright. Some good fixing, Ophiomancer, Giver of Runes, and Council of Judgment. I think it's between the Giver and the Concealed Courtyard, but let's take the Giver of Runes. 1-drops are just so important. Okay, I think I like taking Kaya here. The ultimate can sort of burn them out, and it's very good against white decks, green decks, red decks, and Moxen. Although Fatal Push is good interaction, and I do want to have good ways to kill creatures. Yeah, let's take that, actually. Let's go with a cheaper card. Okay, Honor of the Pure. It's not as good when you're playing black. Actually, no, let's take the Woe Strider. We have no other ways to use our graveyard, and it's a cheap dude that makes multiple bodies and gives us good value in the late game. Okay, Brimaz or Kitchen Finks? If we had the Honor of the Pure, I would take the Brimaz, but I think I'd rather take the Kitchen Finks here to help against aggro decks. Okay, Condemn, another good card in the aggro matchup. Wow, that is a disrespectfully late path to exile. I'm very happy to see that. So we're going to have to make a lot of cuts here. Probably this Recurring Nightmare is a little too deep. Eidolon is also pretty bad. It's our worst 2-drop. Nice, last pick, Spirit of the Labyrinth. Okay, this deck is looking pretty good here. Let's cut the Recurring Nightmare. Cut the, yeah, we want to trim some of these 3-drops. We could play 10 basics with this. I don't love having 15 lands in a Mox Diamond deck, though, so I kind of want to make one more cut. We have decent removal, but I don't really want to cut any of it. Armageddon is pretty good with a Moxen. This is pretty close. Maybe it's the Armageddon, and we move it to the board. I think I do like the sword and the GT. I don't want to cut a 1-drop. All of these 2-drops look pretty good. They either hit hard or are interactive or both. Yeah, I think I'm just going to run it with 15 lands. It's a little bit light, but that's 17 mana sources. I think we can add one more swamp here. Oh, wait. We need to cut a plains, I think. So this is 3 swamps, Scrubland, Godless Shrine, and 2 fetches, plus 2 Moxens. So that's 9 black sources. That's actually plenty. And then for white sources, we have 4 lands that don't produce white. So 12, 13 with a Mox Diamond. Yeah, I mean, our mana fixing is quite strong. I guess we could try and play 18 mana sources, but that's probably too many. Although we do have Armageddon. This is close. Very, very close. Maybe we move Parallax Wave to the board. Yeah, let's do that. It's not that good in a lot of matchups. It's only really good against, like, decks that are playing a lot of creatures. So we're sort of, like... And I think we have a good creature matchup because we have all these spot removal spells. So we're sort of pre-boarded for creatures, and then we can bring in Parallax Wave in those matchups. But this just means that we're, like, a little bit better off against control and combo decks. Seems pretty sweet. I'll see you in round 1. Alright, here we are for round 1. We're on the draw, but we have a keepable hand. Benevolent Bodyguard is pretty good. Or, not great, but it's a 1-drop. We have a 1-drop, which is important. Between Benevolent Bodyguard and Selfless Spirit, they're going to have a hard time killing our things. Alright, we'll play our 1-drop. Red could be... Actually, no, red should be a pretty good matchup, I think. We might be too slow in this hand, but I think it should be a good matchup in general. Do we play Spirit of the Labyrinth or Selfless Spirit next turn? I don't think it's Una's Prowler. We'll see what they do. Runaway Steamkin, okay. I kind of think we want to get the Spirit of the Labyrinth down because it hits the hardest. Like, if they get a Prowess trigger, this can still trade with their Soulscar Mage. And now next turn we're hoping to draw land, so we can either play Skyclave or Double Spell. Desperate Ritual, okay. Abbot of Carolkeep, alright, that's not, like, that impressive. Although I guess it does mean this Runaway Steamkin's pretty big. They shall Eidolon, do they have the land? They might not have a land, but they do have Grim Lavamancer, so now they can remove the counters from the Runaway Steamkin to play Eidolon. They have a big board, but they only have 1 card in hand, and our life total is still high. That Grim Lavamancer could be a problem, though. We have, like, it kills every single creature we have. Whoa, strange attack. I think we just block with the Spirit of the Labyrinth and then sack the Benevolent Bodyguard to protect our Spirit of the Labyrinth. And then we really are hoping to draw a land so we can take out that Grim Lavamancer. So they can remove the counters to play Eidolon. Do they have another 1-drop? Oh, they have a land. Okay, so they're out of cards in hand. If we draw a land, I think we're in good shape. If we don't, it could be a little dicey. Ooh. Probably the worst draw on the deck. I guess we just play Selfless Spirit. So if they Grim Lavamancer to shoot one of our things, we can sack the Selfless Spirit. And then, honestly, they don't have great attacks after that. So yeah, let's sack the Selfless Spirit. And then if they want to push damage, they're going to have to lose a creature for no value. Monastery Swiftspear, okay. So if they attack with everything, we take 5 and we kill their Runaway Steamkin. They are sort of incentivized to attack, though, because they want to put cards into the graveyard for Lavamancer. Oh, they don't attack. Alright. That seems fine. Mesmeric Fiend, brutal. We just keep on drawing our hand disruption. I guess we'll just play Una's Prowler. They have no cards, so should be a decent blocker. We are going to take 2 damage again. I guess we could also play Figure of Destiny and level it up. Maybe that's better, actually. Yeah, let's do that. We'll pass. Things should get better post-board. We can bring in Baneslayer and Condemn and maybe Parallax Wave. Whoa, Goblin Welder. I wonder if that actually has synergies in their deck, or if they just want to play as many 1-drops as possible. It's a pretty passive attack. We'll just trade off here and then take 4. Or maybe we just... yeah, let's do that. So we're taking 4 down to 11. Need to draw land. Alright, sweet. We do draw the land, so we can play Skyclave. I think we take out the Runaway Steamkin at this point, as good as Grim Lavamancer is against us. And now, they don't really have great attacks. Our life total is getting a little bit low, though, and our hand is pretty bad. Duress and Mesmeric Fiend are basically bricks. Opposition Agent also seems pretty underwhelming in the matchup. We haven't seen any shuffle effects, and they're playing Lavamancer and probably other burn. So there will be a lot of games where Opposition Agent is just like 3 mana, trade with a 1 mana spell. Either one of our equipment spells would be very good here. Okay, that's a weird attack. I guess they just want to put cards in the graveyard for the Lavamancer, but we definitely do want to block. So we'll just trade down. Then they can shoot our Skyclave Apparition with the Lavamancer and get a 2/2 if they want to. Another land, okay. I think we just want to pass and play Opposition Agent at instant speed. They might attack with their Lavamancer, which would be sweet. And now we're live to play and equip GTA immediately if we draw it. Looks like they're deciding if they want to shoot our Skyclave Apparition or our face, but they should definitely shoot our Skyclave Apparition. Yep, alright. So they get a 2/2. So if they attack with everything, we flash an Opposition Agent and take 2 from the Eidolon down to 7. Block the Grim Lavamancer and take 4 down to 3, and then we're dead to a Bolt. Interesting, they don't attack with the Lavamancer. Okay, then yeah, we'll just concede. We won't show them the information. Should be a pretty good matchup post-board. Let's bring in Condemn. And bring in Eidolon just as the first striker. Bring in Baneslayer Angel and Parallax Wave. And Kitchen Finks. Yeah, that's a lot of good options. Definitely don't want Armageddon. Dark Confidant's probably a little dicey because it pays life. We don't need Duress. 2 more cuts. Adonto Vanguard's a little bit dicey. Oh, yeah, Gideon gets attacked on the ground. And then, yeah, you really want Gideon when you're the aggressor. Same with Adonto Vanguard. So we're playing a little bit more of a controlling game plan here. Mesmeric Fiend and Una's Prowler are both only okay, but I think they are worth including. Oof. Gross Mox Diamond. I think we got to mulligan this. Another terrible Mox Diamond hand. We've got to go to 5, I think. Okay, this is a very good hand. Very, very good hand. So let's put back Benevolent Bodyguard and Path, I think. Now, do we lead on Giver or Figure of Destiny? I think Figure of Destiny here, so that we can attack for 2 on turn 2. Surgo Bellstriker, okay. So we can just go Plains, Giver, and level up Figure. Given that we're on the mold 5 and on the play, I don't think we want to trade. In general, I do like trading this matchup, but when we're down on cards, it's less good. Oh. Okay, guess we are offering this trade. I'm not sure about that. They take it. Okay, well, that actually worked out really well then. Because when we're down on cards, we need to be, like, putting a lot of pressure on them. Eidolon of the Great Revel. Okay, hopefully they attack. Good. So we can play Plains. We could just make Figure of Destiny a 4/4. Or we could take out their Eidolon. Yeah, let's actually do that. Let's just press damage. We'll attack. They can jump if they want to, or they take 4. And then we'll just try and use their Eidolon against them. Mishra's Factory, okay. 3 mana for a Ferocidon. Alright, I mean, they're dealing a lot of damage to themselves. And this becoming a race is one of the ways we can win, even on a mulligan. So we'll take 4. Then we can... I guess we just attack with Ferocidon. We could give it protection... Or, we could give our Figure of Destiny protection from red to force 4 damage through for sure. But I think I would rather just attack, and if they want to chump block, that's fine. Alright, they fall to 8. So we can Skyclave the Ferocidon, because it's the scariest attacker. And then we can also just block and give our Skyclave Apparition protection from red now. Let's get our Godless Shrine into play tapped. This basic swamp is a little bit awkward because it means we're not going to be able to level up Figure of Destiny to an 8/8, but that's fine. So if they have like a Hell Rider or something here, we could lose, but we have a decent shot here. We can't quite kill them, unfortunately. We have 7 damage on board and they're at 8. But if they lose life to the Eidolon, and we have this Giver of Runes to have a 4/4 unblockable every turn, Could be good. They do have the Factory, which can block Giver of Rune, or which can block a creature with protection from red. Okay, I don't care too much about Earthshaker Kenra. We can just give the Skyclave protection from red, and then they don't really have any attacks. And then if we can hit them for 4 with a Figure of Destiny, they're locked out of casting any spells. Land is not good, although it does mean we're actually now only one play. Like, if the swamp was a plains next turn, we could hit them for 8. Let's swing for 4 and see how they block. They need to block this. They can't just take it. But they can't really block it with a bunch of things, because then we can just give it protection from red and mess up their board. So they probably chump block with Earthshaker Kenra. Oh, okay, yeah, actually that makes sense. Block with the Eidolon. So they're not going to get Idol locked out of casting any spells. So we pass. Basic Plains means we win. Or any untapped white source. And then any spell we draw we can cast. So really the only bad draw would be another Swamp. They wasteland our Godless Shrine. Okay, so now it's going to be tough for us to level up the Figure of Destiny. This splash is definitely hurting us here. If these were all Basic Plains, we could win on our next turn. I must say, when we mulled a 5, I was not feeling good, but all of a sudden it's looking okay. They don't have attacks. Monastery Swiftspear, a.k.a. Chump Blocker. Oof. Basic Swamp. Worst draw on the deck. That is unfortunate. Okay, they're just chump blocking, it looks like. They can't block with a Zergo. Yeah, they can actually kill our thing. They could have animated Mishra's Factory and then double blocked, but they did not, so we'll just let this go through. If they get 2 more lands, they can unearth or whatever, their Earthshaker Kenra, bring it back as a 4/4. Eternalize. But they still are a ways away from that. They need to, like, 1 land wouldn't get there. And even if they did bring it back, it's a 4/4. This Giver of Runes has put in a lot of work for us this game. / we're very lucky that they haven't hit any burn spells to kill it. Desperate Rituals. They have 6 mana. A 6 mana. Oh, I guess they're just bringing back the Kenra, sure. I'm totally fine with that. It doesn't even really do anything. They just make our Skyclave not be able to block. In response, we give it protection from red. And then... Oh, they make the Giver of Runes not be able to block. Okay, sure. If they attack with everything, they're dead, so they need to leave back some things to block. Yeah, I don't know if they can attack with anything, to be honest. Our life total is still pretty high. And attacking with one thing definitely doesn't make sense. Okay, they attack with those 2. Yeah, that's still just bad. I mean, we could, like, kill their Zergo, take 2, and then kill them on the backswing or make them chump block. Yeah, they just need to pass. Kitchen Finks, solid draw. Let's attack for 4. And then no matter, they'll probably just chump block with Swiftspear. Wow, remember when we offered a trade of Figure of Destiny and Zergo Bellstriker on turn 1 and they didn't take it? Or on turn 2? I bet they are regretting that now. Just play Kitchen Finks, which should really seal the deal here. I don't think there's anything in the format that could get them out of this. Actually, that's not true. There are ways that they could, but it would be very tough. Like if they went GT or something maybe. But alright, there we go. So, takedown game 2 despite being on mull to 5. Do we want to make any changes for game 3? Woe Strider does make multiple bodies. Woe Strider seems better than Opposition Agent probably, since we still haven't seen... I guess they have like 1 fetch land maybe. But is there anything else we want less? Mox Diamond was awkward there, but I think it's still a good card to have in the matchup. Maybe Una's Prowler, actually. Yeah, let's cut the Una's Prowler. Opposition Agent isn't amazing, but it is still a surprise blocker, which is pretty good. Ooh, I like a GT. No 1-drop, but this is still a keep. We also have Kitchen Finks. The best draw here would be Mox Jet for turn 1 Spirit of the Labyrinth. Mountain, Grim Lavamancer. Okay. Alright. Land go. Mesmeric Fiend was a pretty bad draw, but this is still an okay situation. I'm happy that their 1-drop only hits for 1. Abbot of Carol Keep. Okay. So I think we want to play Spirit of the Labyrinth next turn. Nice. Drawing a Plains there is good. So we'll get our creature down. And I think I would be fine trading this with one of their creatures here. The Grim Lavamancer could become a problem, but we can take that out with Skyclave Apparition. Oh, Firebolt. That's bad. That's definitely bad. So they can animate the factory and hit us for 6. Then we can play either Skyclave or Kitchen Finks. Probably Kitchen Finks. Also, Spectral Procession is good in this situation, but I think I'd rather get the Finks down. And now next turn we can play an Equip Jite, which should be very good. And our opponent's down to 1 card. Okay, actually, yeah, this is looking very good for us. They can correct their fetch to use Grim Lavamancer, but that would mean they have to exile their own Firebolt, which they probably don't want to do. All right, we can't really go for the... well, yeah, we should not go for the Jite here. They would just kill it in response. Let's just play Skyclave Apparition to take out the Grim Lavamancer, and then play Thraben Inspector, and then next turn we can go for the Jite equip. In response, they'll probably shoot the Kitchen Finks or the Skyclave Apparition, but either way is fine. They're deciding what they want to do here. They are going to use their Lavamancer, which I think makes sense. It basically just saves them mana. Either way, they'll get 2 damage out of their graveyard, but this... oh, whoa. Okay, I guess that... yeah, the Spirit Ritual is just not good in their deck. They shouldn't be playing that, but it does mean they can keep their Firebolt in their graveyard, but that just doesn't really matter. So they kill Kitchen Finks, okay. So we go up to 17 life. They have no cards in hand. They have 1 creature to our 3 creatures, and we have a Jite in hand, so I don't really see a way they can win from this position. Mesmeric Fiend is looking awkward, but even if we didn't have the Procession or the Mesmeric Fiend, honestly, even if we just had our creatures on the board, we would probably be favored. And then with the Jite in hand, we're very favored, and then with the Jite and other stuff in hand, it's pretty much locked up. They flashback Firebolt to kill that and get a 1/1, don't care. We'll see if they attack with the Abbot. If they do, I'm happy trading Kitchen Finks for it. Alright, sweet. So we can play an Equip Jite, and that should seal the deal. We can also strip mine their Mishra's Factory now. So we're going to attack with just the Thraben Inspector, leave back the Kitchen Finks, because we want to make sure we have creatures on the battlefield to get Jite counters every turn. And now if they don't top deck a way to destroy an artifact, I think they just die. We can kill their Illusion, kill their Mishra's Factory. Okay, we'll just shoot their dude. Man, when we were down a game and on a mulligan to 5, I was not feeling good, but looks like we're going to get a match win to start the league. Always what you like to see. Eidolon is not a problem at all. We will equip the Jite, and then if we attack and they block, we can just pump it up, so we only have to use 1 counter to kill it. And if the damage goes through, then we can still kill it. Baneslayer was also a good draw. Not that we really needed a good draw there, but I'll take it. So we'll do +2/+2. Kill your guy. We'll just crack the clue, looking for lands for the Baneslayer. Okay, sort of a land. Alright, I don't really know what out they're playing to at this point. Baneslayer Angel, GG. We also have 8 points of life gain there, so we're at 25. Alright, sweet. Very good start. I'll see you in round 2. Alright, here we are for round 2. We're on the draw, unfortunately, but we have a good hand. It's a little heavy on lands, but it's fast. Turn 1, Student of Warfare. Turn 2, Opposition Agent. Ooh, don't love Soul Ring. Oh, Soul Ring into something? Yuck. Okay, well. Oh, nice. Okay, that was the best draw we could have had. Turn 1, Dark Confidant is exactly what we want. It's likely to deal some damage since we have so many lands in our opening hand, but that's fine. If they have Tinker this turn, we just die, but next turn we'll have Opposition Agent to combat that. They could just play Teferi here, though, which would be just disgusting. Geist of St. Trapped. Okay, that I don't care too much about. Although it does pressure our life total. We can go for the Opposition Agent blocker next turn if we want to. No other play. All right, that's good. Okay, Gideon is fine. Ooh, I do like the Skyclave Apparition. I think we just want to go plain Skyclave on the Soul Ring. And then we have 2 blockers, so we should be able to kill the Geist of St. Trapped. They could have a counterspell. Actually, yeah, let's play around a counterspell here. We'll just pass. Well, maybe that's wrong. They have a lot of mana. Do they play a 6-drop here? Control Magic. Okay, that is annoying. We can Skyclave that person to control magic, though. So they attack, we Opposition Agent. Hopefully it resolves. If they miscalculation this, we could be in bad shape, because then we would be taking 6 down to 11, and we would have no board. But if this does go through, I think we are maybe ahead. Okay. Well, that's bad. Take 6. They do only have 1 card in hand, though. Fatal Push. So we can Fatal Push the Dark Confidant. We could also Skyclave Apparition to get rid of the... Actually, I think we want to Skyclave Apparition the control magic, and then we can just Fatal Push the 4/4 after we trade the Skyclave with the Geist of St. Trapped. Probably should have gotten a Swamp there, but... Or a Scrubline, but it doesn't really matter. So take out the control magic, get our Dark Confidant back, and then we can play Student of Warfare. So unless they have 2 removal spells or a Parallax Wave, they're not going to be able to get in with their Geist. I mean, they could put us down to 6, and then we have Dark Confidant in play. So we probably will need to trade... Yeah, I think we need to block with Dark Confidant here rather than Skyclave. But then we're in decent shape. We're at 6, but they have no board. We have 2 creatures, and we have a good hand. No play. All right, sure. So we play Gideon. That was just a misplay. We should have played Plains there. So we miss out on 2 points of damage. But I still think we're in a really good position. If they have, like, Fact or Fiction end of turn, then maybe they could get back into it. But if they don't have a play end of turn, okay, yeah. So despite their very scary start, seems like we've managed to navigate to a winning position. Drawing another Plains there is awkward, but not the end of the world. So we can hit them for 9 this turn, and then threaten lethal the following turn. We'll give our Student of Warfare lifelink. And swing on in there. We have Fatal Push available to kill a Shark if they have Shark Typhoon. Trinket Mage, okay. I mean, that might be there to get Soul Ring. I guess they could have Walking Ballista, which would be a little bit problematic. But with a Fatal Push, I think we could still beat it. They could also just go, like, Black Lotus for something ridiculous. Okay, Sensei's Divine Top, sure. So they're not dead on board, but they're very close. We can level this up all the way, so they have to chump block it. Give it some lifelink. We could have also, I guess, just gone for, like, Ultimate and Gideon to exile their Trinket Mage and attack, but that's too risky. That puts us in a bad position if they have anything. And this way, like, They're chump blocking and going to 2, and we're going to have a lot of threats on the board. I do wish we had a way to trigger a revolt for the Fatal Push, but we cannot. All right. They draw a card here. Do they have Path to Exile or something? Petty Theft. Okay, really, really glad we didn't go for the Gideon play, the Gideon ultimate play. So now we probably should have Fatal Push the Trinket Mage there, but that's fine. We can this trade goes through. We're still in a really good position because they're at 4. We can Fatal Push the Illusion and then play Spirit of the Labyrinth and Student of Warfare. And a Board Sweeper wouldn't do it because we have the Gideon. A removal spell wouldn't do it either. The Brazen Borrower can only block flyers, and so it can't defend anything. I guess it could go, like, Upheaval. Alright, there we go. Took down game 1 despite their Soul Ring into Azorius Signet turn 1. So it's like blue-white mid-range. They don't look super controlling. They look a little bit more tempo-y. I'm not sure we need to sideboard at all for this matchup. Maybe we cut Fatal Push. They have a lot of 3-mana creatures, which are a little bit annoying against Fatal Push. And we don't have that many ways to trigger Revolt. We have 2 fetch lands, but that's really it. So do we want to make any changes here? Sword of Fire and Ice could be good. They have a lot of blue blockers. Kitchen Finks is also very good against Geist of St. Traft. And we're on the draw here. Yeah, let's cut the Armageddon on the draw and bring in Kitchen Finks. And then maybe game 1, especially against their deck with Soul Ring and Azorius Signet. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a great Armageddon deck. Or Armageddon matchup. So we will run it like this. Alright, good hand. No mocks, but turn 2 Dark Confidant, we can strip mine them if we want to. Between Skyclave and Kitchen Finks, we're not going to get out aggroed probably. Okay, given that we drew a land, we should definitely just strip mine them here. Oh, they also mulliganed, which makes strip mine better. Island go. Alright. So we could save the Polluted Delta for enabling Revolt, but I think in this spot I would rather just fetch because we do want to get Godless Shrine with it, and I don't want to have to pay 2 life for that. Soul Ring again. Okay. Azorius Signet again. Boros Signet this time, sure. If we drop Mox, I will very happily Skyclave Apparition the Soul Ring. Otherwise, we can play Dark Confidant. No land. Okay. We haven't seen that much in the way of removal, so this Dark Confidant may survive. Fairy Time Reveler would be annoying. Okay, Trinket Mage is fine. They can get Sensei's Dividing Top if they want to. I think we do still go for their Soul Ring here, given that they're missing land drops. Ooh, Mox Diamond. That was probably the best draw. Although it doesn't actually help us this turn. Yeah, let's just play the Skyclave, take out the Soul Ring, and then pass. And I'm going to save the Mox Diamond in case they have like a bounce spell or something like that. So they sent the Dividing Top and 4 spells, probably. Council Judgment. Okay, that's probably hitting our Dark Confidant, but that's fine. He got us some good value. We're ahead on mana, ahead on cards, even on board. This turn we can put 5 Power of Flyers into the air. That seems pretty strong. Do we want to offer this trade? I think yes. If they block and get back a 1/1, that's fine. Spectral Procession into Selfless Spirit. We probably should have attacked there, although I don't think it really matters. We're in a very, very good position. 5 power in the air means they're on a 4-turn clock. Grim Monolith. Okay, they do have a lot of artifact mana. Simic Signet. Okay, jeez. Yeah, I'm very happy we're not playing Armageddon. One of their cards is Sensei's Top. Petty Theft to 1/1. Okay, that is fine. They have 1 card in hand. We're in a really good position. We also have a lot of lands in our grid. Oh, man, I was going to say we're unlikely to draw more lands, but then, boom, planes right in the face. I still feel pretty good about this, though. So we'll swing for 4 and then play Kitchen Finks. They can trade their Brazen Borrower with our Selfless Spirit if they want to, but we'll still be beating down in the air. If we could kill that island, they would be in such bad shape. They couldn't use any of their signets, but I don't think we need to kill their island to be in good shape. Okay, that is a strange decision. We can just sacrifice the Selfless Spirit. They probably should have just stolen one of our spirits, or our 1/1s. I mean, it sort of is going to come down to a top deck war. We're ahead on board, but not super ahead. And their life total is still pretty high. So let's attack with everything here. They'll block the Skyclave and get a 1/1. Then we'll just play our Una's Prowler. And I guess we hold the land. I don't think it really matters. But there's some bluffing value. I think a lot of people overstate the bluffing value, but it's non-zero for sure. Okay, so it looks like they're passing holding up Brazen Borrower. Duress is an okay draw. I think we do want to fire it off here. Alright. Their deck is strange. Geist of St. Traft is not a card I care about at all. So we'll attack with everything. They'll play Brazen Borrower, block Una's Prowler. Oh, they should have discarded that their sword to the Una's Prowler in response to our Duress, for sure. Looks like they're casting the Borrower and then spinning the top. Okay. So they're at 6. They're dead in a few turns. Finally playing a second land. I don't like seeing 5 mana here. Treachery of Spirit. Okay, this Spectral Procession has been so good this game. Drawing a line there is bad. So we will swing for 4. They probably chump block the illusion, or with the illusion. They're drawing Sensei's Divining Top here. Oh, interesting. Okay, they're going to 2. They're just going to be chump blocking next turn then. Oh, I guess that makes sense, actually. They're going to block with the Geist of St. Traft and then try and trade the illusion with the smaller half of Kitchen Finks. I am going to let them do that, though. We'll attack with everything. And, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things we could draw that would just win. Opposition agent. Okay, that should seal the deal. So we attack with both. They block both. We'll go to 23 and get a 2-1. Alright. They need to top deck something here. Alright, they're using their top. Do they have a blocker or a kill spell? There's a plains. Last card. That'd be so funny if it was like a Tinker. Oh, Consecrated Sphinx. Okay, that's actually really scary. Because if we do, like, they're going to find answers very quickly. We need to play our opposition agent here for sure. And then if we top deck a removal spell, we win. Removal spell, come on. Yes! Yes! I'm sorry I ever doubted you, Benevolent Bodyguard. That is awesome. Wow, that's actually like the only card in the format, or not the only card in the format that would work here, but like, wait, like Giver of Runes or Mother of Runes wouldn't do it. Alright, that was sweet. So we're 2-0. On to the finals. I will see you there. Alright, here we are for the finals against Thalia Go. We're on the draw again. I think we might have lost the die roll every single time. But we have a good hand just because turn 1 Dark Confidant. Having 5 mana sources is not ideal, but turn 1 Dark Confidant can win the game on its own in a lot of matchups. Hoping to see like green deck or something. Okay, Plains is fine. We'll play Mox Diamond, discarding a basic Plains. Then just play Plains and play Bob. No Mana Tithe. No Mana Tithe. Come on, Thalia, go. Why are you giving me all this suspense? Okay, it does resolve. They could have a Swords to Plowshares. Alright, no play end of turn. That's good. Red. Don't love that. There's a lot of burn spells they could have here that would kill our Bob. Flame Slash. Okay. Well, that would have protected our Dark Confidant. That's a little unfortunate. This could be tough. I mean, we don't really have any action here. I don't know what the opponent has in hand either. Maybe they have all lands as well, but we're going to need to top deck some serious heat. Jeskai. Okay, that's really bad. Zori Signet, sure. Soulfire Grandmaster, alright. We're not going to Swords to Plowshares or Path to Exile that now. I don't want to give them the land. If it was a Swords to Plowshares, I would use that. Oh, what? I guess we did do that. I don't think this is a good play at all. Yeah, that was not a good play, but it is what it is. I think we were going to be pretty behind this game either way. I guess this does play to the out of, like, drawing a 4-drop. We don't even have that many 4-drops in the deck. Blade Splicer, okay. Another slight misplay there. We should have not tapped the Mox Diamond in case they have Nahiri. Although, if they exile our Nahiri or Mox Diamond with a Nahiri, we're pretty happy about that. So maybe that's not a relevant consideration. Scalding Tarn, go. All right. I mean, maybe we're okay. We do have 5 power on board. They could be pretty flooded here. We are definitely really flooded. It's 7 land plus a Mox Diamond. Well, they're taking damage, so maybe we're going to win despite this flood. Hopefully they don't have a Factor Fiction or something in this turn here. Just untap. Just untap. Nice. Another land go. Wow. Okay, there's a Jite. So we'll play that. If they counter it, they counter it. Looks like a cryptic command. That's worst case scenario. Or Mystic Confluence is really worst case scenario. Counter. Oh, Force of Will. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So we'll hit them for 5. Their life total is getting pretty low. If they had Mystic Confluence, they could counter. They would have to counter it twice. And then they could either bounce the Golem or draw a card. Snapcaster Flame Slash. Okay. That's pretty good. They'll kill our Golem, and we'll protect it with a Benevolent Bodyguard. And then we attack with both, and they'll probably trade the Snap with a Blade Splicer and be on a 3-turn clock. But they're down to 1 card in hand, which could be another land, because they have hit a land drop every single turn. So we'll save the Golem. I do like the Benevolent Bodyguard can attack while also being ready to protect something. Maybe that card is better than I was giving it credit for. I think we take out a red source here, since they have 4 white and 4 blue. Now if they top deck Inferno Titan or something like that, we're safe. Okay, yep, they do block the Blade Splicer. Weird game. We've both had pretty anemic draws. There's a lot of things here that would be very tough for us to beat, though. Okay, Banefire for 3 is not too bad. We're both top decking, but they're at 5. Oh, come on, deck. Alright. I think we should... Well, we have Armageddon in our deck. We have Armageddon and Student of Warfare. We probably are supposed to hold that land. Because there's not like a huge rush to level up Student of Warfare immediately. Oh my gosh. Okay. I mean, we can't really complain because the opponent also is flooding. Alright, well, we're ready to, if we draw an Armageddon, we can get back up to 4 mana very quickly. Geist of Sand Trapped. Okay, that's a fairly quick clock. Oh, okay. Their deck looks pretty sweet. Snapcaster with Time Walk, Force of Will, On-Color Signet. We gotta top deck something. Oh, Duress, come on. Guess we'll fire it off. Fractured Identity. Oh, gosh. Okay. This is going to be a tough matchup. This will be a very tough matchup. We go to 7 here. Still not dead in 1 turn. Do we have anything we could draw that would just... Like, we don't have any haste or anything. Thraben Inspector's not terrible. Correct the clue. Oh, my gosh. Got quite a few lands over here. So I think we just go to 1, and then what is our out? We don't have Council's Judgment. I think Sword of Fire and Ice is in the board. Yeah, I guess we do need to chump block here. Oh. Yes, exactly what we needed. That is perfect. Wow, that was some brutal flood. All right. Hopefully we can draw a little better in game 2. So they're Jeskai Control with some really, really busted stuff. I don't think any of these sideboard cards look particularly good, except for maybe Kitchen Finks and maybe Sword of Fire and Ice. Is there anything we don't want in the main deck? It all looks pretty good, honestly. Let's see, we could bring this in and cut... actually, yeah, Una's Prowler seems only okay. Yeah, we'll run it like this. So, I think the way we win this game is by just being really fast. Oh, actually, yeah, Woe Strider seems pretty good, too. Maybe cutting Fatal Push. Yeah, let's do that. But yeah, the key here is to be fast. They are going to be able to outgrind us. That game, they flooded and we flooded. I mean, I guess if they flooded and we didn't flood, we could have won. But our win conditions are either them having a terrible draw or us being really fast. So we can't control whether or not they flood, so we're just going to try and maximize our chances of being really fast. I guess Armageddon can also just win the game on its own in some situations. We had turn 1 Dark Confidant that game, but they killed it. If we have turn 1 Dark Confidant and it survives, that's another win condition. Our opponent is in the tank on their sideboarding decision. I'll pause and come back. Alright, we are back and we are on the play and we're ready to win this game. Good hand. I mean, okay hand. It's keepable. If we were to mulligan and get the same hand with one fewer land, that would be a snap keep, so we should keep this 7. We can crack this for planes just to thin a land out of our deck. We cut Fatal Push, so there's no reason to hold fetches at all. And now I would love to draw a 2-drop. If we don't play anything next turn, that would be bad. If we do draw a 2-drop, if we drew Dark Confidant, that would be amazing because we could protect it. Okay, Mesmeric Fiend's a decent one. We will take a look at their hand, see what's up. Okay. I think I like taking the Wall of Omens here. And then they'll play Signet and we can take it out with a Skyclave Apparition. Don't care about Geist, don't really care about Imperial Recruiter. Cryptic Command is good, but it's expensive. So let's attack for 1 and pass. Now we're tied at 19. As everyone knows, the only relevant variable is life total, so this game is exactly 50-50 right now. Second Island and Signet. So if we don't take out the Signet this turn, they will have Cryptic Command available. I would love to be able to go Gideon this turn and then play... Oh, Strip Mine. Okay, we have 2 3-drops, so we still want to take out their thing this turn. So we'll play the Skyclave. And then next turn we can Strip Mine them to keep them off of Cryptic for a little longer. They don't have any white or red mana at the moment, so they might not be able to make a play. Preordain. Okay, so that should be able to find them a land. But then if they find like a red-white land, we can just Strip Mine it. Okay, Spire Bluff Canal, sure. So we can Strip Mine the Spire Bluff Canal and play Gideon and hit for 4. Die, Canal. And we can gain 2 life as well, which isn't too relevant, but there's no reason not to. Lifelink and attack. So they fall to 13 here, and then next turn we can put them to 5, so they're dead in 2 swings. They can Cryptic Command a tap draw for a turn, but that's just buying time. Alright, there we go. So, took down game 2. It's going to be tough when we're on the draw for game 3, but that is exactly what we want to be doing. Just, like, be fast, disrupt their mana, and just, like, win before they can get their value engines going. If they were able to, like, cast Imperial Recruiter and find PN Karen Lar and Cryptic Command something, then, you know, we're never going to be able to outgrind that. But we can go under them. Do we want to make any changes here? Wall of Omens is super annoying. We can Fatal Push it, but that's not that exciting. We could maybe cut a land on the draw and like bring in just a curve filler, like an Eidolon of Obstruction. Armageddon is also worse on the draw, but I think it's still good enough. Actually, yeah, I'm not sure about that play. I think that was incorrect, but it is a close decision. Having a high density of threats is important against a deck with a lot of removal. So we'll see if we draw the Kitchen Finks, if we would prefer for it to be an Armageddon or not. Opponent's really in the tank about whether or not they want to play or draw. If I were them, I would probably play. Okay, very, very good hand. We are a little bit light on lands. Hopefully we draw another one, but we have good low curve. We have a Mox. Yeah, this is very strong. I think I like playing turn 1 Adonto Vanguard for the pressure, but we'll see what we draw. Ugh, don't like that. Although they did mulligan. Polluted Delta, good draw. I think we still want to... Well, we could play turn 1 Mesmeric Fiend. Now that we have double white, we're less constrained in white mana. Yeah, let's play the Fiend actually first, just to make sure they don't have anything too problematic for us. Riftwind, Cloudscape, Chain Lightning, Condemn. Okay, so we just need to take the Chain Lightning, because otherwise they can just, like, play it and get back whatever else we take. They don't have blue mana yet, which is good. They are probably just going to crack the Clue this turn. Spirebluff Canal, that was their draw for turns, and now they can suspend the Riftwing. And then we are probably going to want to go Giver of Runes into Adonto Vanguard, with the hope of drawing another land, and then being able to go play and equip GT on turn 3. Interesting, they're trading damage here. I don't think that's a correct play, but we'll see. So we can grab the Scrubland here and play 2 things. They don't have Condemn available, so I'm not worried about that. Adonto Vanguard and Giver of Runes, and then we'll pass. Or swing for 1 and then pass. And if we get the GT down and get some counters, that would be really, really good, including against the Riftwing. Riftwing can bounce GT, but in response to the bounce, we can kill the Riftwing and then use any other remaining counters to gain life. Oh, I forgot they do have Condemn. So that... But no, we have Giver of Runes to protect it, so we're fine. Excuse me. Okay, Wall of Omens is not too bad. So we can just go Swamp, GT, play and equip. Actually, we probably should have fetched a Plains there. Just to have more white sources for Student of Warfare, but I don't think it's too important. There's no need to give protection like that. We could have just attacked. But we get our GT counters, which is very good. We can, at the very least, kill the Thraben Inspector. This is coming off next turn. Brainstorm, okay. All right, we just get to untap. That's pretty good. Blade Splasher was a good draw. So now we do want to do this in first because we can that just gets around Condemn. So we'll attack. They cannot block. We're gonna get 2 more GT counters. Oh, do they have like a Pestermite or something? Oh, okay. That's totally fine. So we'll attack and see what they do. We could pump the Adonto Vanguard here, but I think I'd rather just use the counters to kill their creatures at this point. So we can play Student of Warfare. If we play the Blade Splicer, they can just bounce the token, which doesn't seem that good. Oh, well, we were supposed to level up the Student of Warfare there. I don't think it'll matter, but we should have definitely just had 2 level counters on that. So they get to cast the Riftwing and bounce the GT. In response, we can kill Riftwing and Thraben Inspector. Oh, interesting. Okay. I guess this just means they can Chain Lightning or Giver of Runes. And then we'll replay Mesmeric Fiend to take, at the very least, Condemn, and then potentially something else. Yep, Chain Lightning on the Giver. Unfortunately, we do not have double red to throw back at them. Geist of Saint-Trapped. Okay, don't care about that, really. It does have hexproof, so we can't kill it with a GT, but, like, Geist of Saint-Trapped is a combat-oriented creature, and when you have GT, like, you win combat. The thing that would be scary would be, like, a Fractured Identity on our GT or something like that. So let's kill that. -1/-1 on the flyer. We'll grab a Godless Shrine. Strip Mine, very, very good. Maybe the best draw in our deck. So let's start with Mesmeric Fiend, see what's up. And this can also inform which land we hit. Banefire, Condemn, Force of Will. Okay, so let's take the Banefire. Since again, if we didn't take that, then they could just Banefire our thing. And then I think I like strip mining a blue-white land here. But let's start by attacking with the Danto. We can also level up Student of Warfare and attack with that. I don't think this is a good play. Yeah, we should have just leveled up the Student of Warfare here. I guess they don't really look like a deck that would be playing Board Sweepers. But I still think it would have been better to hold that in our hand. Also, there's no reason to play Strip Mine before attacking. I don't think it'll change their decision, but theoretically it could. We could pump our dude up to a 7 power creature. Oh no, they're just blocking. Okay, so we'll give +2/+2 or -1/-1. They're equivalent here. So the wall dies. We still have the ability to kill the Thraben Inspector whenever we want to. We can strip mine their Tundra. We should definitely hit one of the blue sources. It's a question between blue-red and blue-white, but I think blue-white's better. Especially since, like, Wrath of God... But even Wrath of God isn't that bad, because we could just save our Dante Vanguard. So I really don't know how they get out of this. Like, given that they're now behind on mana and they can't do anything like Fractured Identity. Okay, they just passed. That's good for us. We can fire off... Oh, Duress was a great draw. We can hit their Condemn now. Because without Giver of Runes, we didn't have another way around it. Oh. Okay, they could have played Force of Will there, pitching Fractured Identity, but maybe that's just, like, too weak. But they're under a lot of pressure. I don't think they're going to have time to get up to Fractured Identity. So now let's just attack with everyone. Actually, I guess maybe not Blade. Yeah, just these three. Because we can't give the Geist of Saint-Trapped -1/-1 with the GT. Okay, would you rather pay 4 life or use a GT counter here? I think you just use a GT counter. Well... That's close. It doesn't really matter, but I think we should probably use the GT counter here. We still have 4 after we get our 2 extras. So our opponent's going down to 6. We have a huge board. They also only have 3 lands. That's really the key. If they had like 5 or 6 lands, then they would have lots of ways to get back into this, especially with Time Walk in their deck, but I don't think they'll be able to do it here. All right, Thraben Inspector dies, and we'll pass. Opponents in the tank over there. I don't really know what they could have drawn that would be difficult. Like, if it's a land, play the land. If it's a spell you can't cast, concede. And if it's a spell you can cast it. But even, like, what could they possibly have here? We have so many attackers, and their life total is pretty low. All right, there we go. Pretty sweet. So we got the trophy. This deck ended up being really sweet. I think the black cards added a nice aspect that you don't often get in these sorts of mono-white decks. So let's pull up the deck list and think about what cards were the top dogs. Dark Confidant was quite good in a couple games. It's especially good on turn 1, which we were able to do multiple times. Hold on, my computer is lagging a bit. So this was our deck list, and it was pretty sweet. We had great fixing. We had a lot of 1-drops. We had some good disruptive cards, like ways to attack their hand with Duress and Mesmeric Fiend, removal and Shriekmaw and Fatal Push. We had 2 Moxen, which were great for acceleration, and just a fast clock overall. So we were able to take down the trophy, which is always fun to do with like a somewhat non-standard deck. I don't normally play black in my white aggressive decks, but I do think it helped out a lot here. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And again, sign up in the waitlist in the description because I'm really, really excited about this coaching program. I think it's going to be awesome. You're going to learn a lot. We're going to get to hang out a lot, which will be fun. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.